Now, a lot of you have been watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? No surprise. But a lot of you have been triggered by this specific scene.
Narrow esophagus, that's a symptom of something. That's not a medical diagnosis. If you have like a stricture in your esophagus, all you do is chew your food more. If you really have a problem, you go get treatment for that.
Shall we go get my esophagus stretched all together as a group?
Now, what did you just watch? You watched a qualified nurse questioning very insultingly and almost gaslighting a patient, not even her patient, but someone with an issue in front of a bunch of people in public. Now, Anne-Marie has taken a lot of heat for this, as she should, but what's interesting is Anne-Marie didn't get to jumping on Sutton's neck on her own. She was directed there by none other than Kyle Richards. That's right, Anne-Marie was there to bully Sutton because of a conversation that she had with Kyle in which Kyle passed on some questionable information that made Anne-Marie see Sutton differently and therefore react to her differently. Now, let's be honest. Are any of us really that surprised, considering who raised Kyle? Because the thing about narcissistic families, if the Richards were a narcissistic family, I don't know if they are or not, but let's just assume for the sake of this example that they were, then Kyle's behavior would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Because the thing about narcissistic families is they are essentially built on bullying, right? Siblings learn to bully each other for the care, affection, safety, attention of the narcissistic caretaker. And the narcissistic caretaker very often shows preference for whoever the biggest bully in the family is. And as we know, narcissistic parents are bullies themselves. They bully their children into changing their sense of self, denying their sense of self, doing what they want, living in fear, yada, yada, yada. But see, narcissistic bullying, it's very subtle, okay? It's very, very subtle. It's not the same as playground bullying. It usually happens through triangulation, right? One sibling is pitted against another by the parent who whispers into the ear of one sibling and makes them angry at the other sibling, okay? That's how triangulation works. And this example of Kyle turning her castmates again on another season against Sutton kind of looks like an example of triangulation. Because the thing is, Anne-Marie would have had none of her information if Kyle, who at the time was openly upset with Sutton, hadn't gone to her and, knowing that Anne-Marie was a nurse, whispered medical secrets into Anne-Marie's ear, which then instantly changed Anne-Marie's opinion of Sutton and therefore the way that she was going to react. This is how narcissistic people play puppet master. And I'm not saying Kyle's a narcissist, but let's say hypothetically that she grew up in a narcissistic family. It may be the only way she knows how to behave. And the thing is, we've seen it before. We've seen it before from Kyle, haven't we? Especially last season, when she and Diana and Erica and a lot of the other ones jumped on Sutton because she was weird. That's a direct quote, because she was weird. And they even accused her of not having empathy while siding with Erica Jane. It kind of seems like this is Kyle's MO. It kind of seems like this is how she operates in girl bully world. What do you think? Have you seen Kyle contributing to or engaging in any of these kind of subtle bullying tactics? Have you seen her covertly leave anyone out, insinuate things about them, turn other people against them? Because I feel like I have. Let me know what you think in the comments.